Hello everybody, welcome to my new vlog series called Story Time. I'm borrowing this idea from animators of doing videos by telling stories. Now, I'm not going to be able to animate because I don't have the tools. But I would really like to do that. I want to really do start an animation channel on the side, but I don't have the tools, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I'm borrowing this video idea from Jaded Animations. I'm going to give her credit, even though anyone can talk about awkward stories, because I saw her video long before I decided to do this video. I mean, I saw it like a year ago or so. I saw it whenever I started watching her channel. So this is going to be awkward stories. I took my glasses off because that glare drives me nuts. But it's so weird looking at my face without glasses. It's so weird. It's been so long since I started wearing glasses that me without glasses just looks so weird. But in any case, as I said, this is going to be me telling you awkward stories. Enough about my glasses, my face, and the weirdness of it. First awkward story, I'm going to tell 3. First one is a time when I was growing up. I don't quite remember how old I was. I was somewhere between 16 and 18. Anyways, I was visiting some really close friends of mine. They live, little background, they live out in the country. They have multi-acre land. I don't remember the exact acreage, but it was more than 1 acre. I know that. Like a bunkhouse on the land. They have 2 creeks. They have 3 ponds. The story I'm talking about is going to take place at one of the creeks. It takes place at the deeper of the 2. And what happened there is I was visiting them, and a group of us, 3 of the guys and at least 1 of the girls. I don't remember if 2 of them were there or not, but at least 1 of them was. So we went down to the deeper creek, which to get there, you gotta go, if you're looking at the house, you go to the left and you go down the hill. It's a pretty steep hill. Anyways, it was probably a really bad idea for me to go with them because I was on that time of month. So we go down and we're wading through the water. I don't remember off the top of my head what the real purpose of going down was, besides just, wade in the creek, or what we were talking about, or if we were talking about anything, or if we were just walking through awkwardly silent. I honestly don't remember that part. But the part that's awkward is, at one point, the water's only shin deep. Well, maybe almost knee deep. So we're walking, and I'm barefoot because my shoes had no traction, but it turned out my feet didn't have enough traction either. So I slip, I fall on my butt, and instead of getting up like I usually do when I fall, because usually when I fall I just get right back up, brush it off, da-da-da-da. So the awkward part of this story is, well, where normally I would get up and brush it off. I don't know if it was that my period messing with my brain, or the fact that one of the guys I kind of had a crush on, and I just fell and made a fool of myself in front of him. I'm not sure what it is that made me go from normal Amanda. Well, I was already feeling awkward because, I had the crush was there, and I don't know. I'm still awkward around him. I don't know. Instead of getting up like usual, I decided I'm just going to sit here and wait for them to leave. And that's what I did. And they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just sat there. I didn't say that I was what I just sat there, and they kind of just left all confused why I was just sitting there. But yeah, I was sitting there awkwardly, just feeling like the most awkward person in the world. And like and in hindsight, it would have been a whole lot less embarrassing if I had just gotten up, brushed off, and continued on like I usually did. But and I thought, how my pad's wet and it's gross and uncomfortable. I'm just gonna sit here and sit in my misery until these guys leave, and then I'll get up and go. Why? I don't understand. I really don't know what my thought process was to do that. Yeah, that's a story that's awkward in hindsight. So the next one, we were in Spencer's. For those of you who don't know what Spencer's is, I'm sure they have a website that lists their stuff. Kids, I would not suggest you go in there unsupervised. In fact, I would not suggest you go in at all because they have some questionable items that I don't think young kids should necessarily be exposed to. So I question why this was in a mall, because this took place when I was living in Arizona, and my best friend was there with me for a couple months. This took place within those couple months. We went to the Tucson Mall, and we went in Spencer's, and we were looking at the hats or the t-shirts. I'm not sure which. It was one or the other. It might have been both, because I think the hats and the t-shirts were right next to each other in this one. So we're looking at the stuff, the geeky, nerdy shirts and hats, and this kid, I'm not sure how old he was. He looked like he was maybe just out of middle school into high school, but I'm 25 and I'm still confused for a 12-year-old, so he could have been 50 and looked that way for all I know. Probably not 50. I'll probably start showing my age when I'm 50, I imagine most people do. So he walks up to me with this pair of boxer briefs. Undergarment, okay? It's an undergarment. Boxer briefs are undergarments. He walks up to me with them. He holds them up to me. And he says, "Hey." And he puts them at his waist, like you do when you're trying to see if pants fit, etc. And he goes, "Do you think this would look good on me? Would I look good in this?" And I just kind of like look at him like, I don't know. And my face got beet red. I just kind of scooted a little bit behind my friend, who was laughing her head off at this point. She could not stop laughing. And so I just kind of scoot over behind her. I'm like, I don't know. She's just kind of like peeking out over her shoulder while she's laughing. And he just goes, he kind of gets this like awkward look on his face, like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed now. Awkward. And he goes back to his friends who were also laughing. I've told this story to my sister. She thinks his friends put him up to it. I don't know. Maybe he did it on his own accord and then realized how awkward it was after. So that's that story. I was so red for like 5 minutes afterwards, and my friend was just laughing at me the entire time. The rest of the time we were in Spencer's, Eventually, I started laughing with her about it too. And now looking back, we talk about it. I'm just like, it's both awkward, funny, and cringe all at the same time to me now. It's like, yeah. But anyways, the last story is basically background. I lived in New York, upstate New York, not New York City. Like, I lived in Syracuse area. That's why Syracuse shirt. And so I lived there for a couple years. I went to this amazing church that I really like. I still consider it my church, even though I don't live there anymore and I don't have the ability to attend. I kind of want to go back someday. I don't know when that will be. If it will be, I will at least go back and visit, though. Even if I don't go back to live there. But anyways, so the pastor of this church, I have mad respect for him. He's a good person. He does good at the job of being a pastor. Etc., etc. He's not perfect, but no one is. So who should judge anyone for not being perfect when you're not perfect yourself? But anyways, so as I said, mad respect for him. The thing that makes this awkward is anytime I talk to anyone who's in charge of a church that I have respect for, until I've known them and have interacted with them for years, every interaction I have with them, I just feel completely and utterly awkward. Sometimes that doesn't translate into awkwardness happening, but I always feel awkward on the inside. I mean, there are pastors that I still respect that I've known for years and have had numerous interactions with them. I mean, there's one of them's kind of like a dad to me, and when I talk to him, I still feel that awkwardness inside, and that awkwardness still kind of like shows itself sometimes. Every time I talked to the pastor of this church in New York, upstate New York, yes, I feel the need to clarify it every time I say it, New York, because so many people just go straight to New York City. But every time I talk to him, I feel awkward. And the first several times I tried to talk to him to tell him anything or ask anything, it was a mess on my side. I don't know. He never said anything about it because he's also an introvert, from my understanding. So he probably just completely understands why someone would be awkward and stumble over their words like I did. And we would get through the conversation, and afterwards I would just go, ugh, so awkward. That was so cringe. Why me? Why? Why can't I just act like a normal person when talking to him? You know, it kind of branches out to anyone I kind of have really high respect for, especially like in the church setting. Respect in like the church setting, somehow, until I've had enough like actual interaction with them, like full-on conversations, I become awkward, which I think is why I'm still awkward around the one guy who I used to have a crush on, and I kind of still do. It's kind of still there. I mean, the potential's still there anyway. But I think the main reason why I'm so awkward with him is because I have so much respect for him. And even though we've known each other for like a long time, I mean like at least half our lives, if not most of our lives, we've known each other. But we haven't had like full-on conversations with each other beyond maybe like 2 or 3. So that makes me awkward. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, those are my awkward stories. And that is all I have to talk about today. So anyways, now that that's done, I'm going to leave this episode off here. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Like and subscribe down below. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments section if you like this idea of storytelling and everything, you know. Just let me know if you want to see more, or if you don't, in the comment section. Let me know if you guys have any awkward stories to share in the comments as well. That'd be fun. Let's just all share our awkward stories everywhere. No, but seriously, I'm gonna sign off here. So guys, don't forget, keep it real and spread the love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.